One. Hello again and welcome to day 20. Oh my God, this is the last day.
I'm just coming in a second.
Sure. And we are with Sina Dejnabadi. He's going to talk about himself, his services. And today is the 20th book that our friends today, Sina, is going to help us explore and explain more about the 5 F words to manifesting your life. It's great. I hope everybody's good. Gradually, other people are joining us. And we are also live on Facebook. So, my friends in Facebook, if you have any comments, please write down your comments here, and I will definitely have a look and share with Sina as well. All right, so Sina is a successful business coach. Okay, and he is here. Sina, before we get started, just tell us about yourself one last time. Okay, sure. Briefly tell us what you do and whom you serve. Then we get to the book.
Very good, Alireza. Thank you so much again for this opportunity. That was great 4 weeks, and I really learned a lot out of that. I just enjoyed all the presentation and briefing about the books. And I know this is the last one. I just briefly introduced myself for the last time. I am Sina Dejnabadi, and I'm the business coach and consultant from First Class Seed Coaching. I have multiple businesses in the different industries, and the reason I came to the business coaching is the past 24 years of experience that I had in different industries, and all the ups and downs and pains and gains. I just wanted to share with the people who have the passion to become to this entrepreneurship journey, and they have either doubts or fears, or they think they are not good enough to enter into this industry, and just help them to find out what is their weaknesses, what are the strengths, where they can focus, and what achievement they can they can get in the minimum possible time. So yeah, this is it. I just have done 2 chapter books, as you know. One of them was with you, Canadian Success, and the second book is coming out at the end of this month. The digital copy of that is coming on Amazon. It's Property Trendsetters, and it is for the construction business. So there are 10 different people, professionals in the construction and building industry, that they have shared their secrets about the success in this industry, which is good, which is a great book. I'm very excited about that. It's coming out in June, as I said, the digital copy, and at the end of August, because of the situation, and the physical book is coming then. So yeah, that's it, and
awesome.
I'm ready to present the last book.
Perfect. Perfect. So for those of you who are in the field of entrepreneurship, or you wish you enter, or you're in the transition phase, Sina can help you very much on that. He is quite experienced with multiple successful businesses, because owning a business is not a big deal, but owning a successful business, that's something that counts. Perfect. So I assume you have slides today as well?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to make you the host, and you are now the host. So you can share your slides if you wish to start by showing your slides and everything.
Can you do me a favor, Alireza? If you have any question received by our friends in the chat, please share it with me during the presentation, because I cannot just see the comments over there.
Sure.
Let me tell you why I have chosen this book, The 5 F Words to Manifesting Your Life. It's as you remember, the whole 4 books that I have chosen and selected. One of the reasons I selected these books because there is a taste of entrepreneurship on that, and there are people that they are successful in different industries, and they shared their knowledge and their experiences and their expertise in their books. This last book is not a really thick book, as you can see, and I think you can read it in a day or so. But I share most of the topics, important topics that is shared in this book, and we will talk about that. The other reason I just chose this book is the author. The author of the book is the Hollywood hairstylist Jerilynn Stephens. So, because when I talk to my clients, I always tell that any job, any profession, anything that you want to have in your life as your professional life, be the best on that and just live with that the way that you love it day and night, and just live with that. And what I found that Jerilynn Stephens is one of these guys. She has been a hairstylist with so many dreams and wishes to one day become a person that work with the celebrities in their life and just transform this wish and dreams into reality now. And that's the reason she decided to just write this book 2 years ago. And the good thing about Jerilynn is that she has been 7 times Emmy nominated just been Emmy nominated for being awarded as the hairstylist. And also, she's been Guild Award winning Hollywood hairstylist, and she has been in big, profitable shows on the Hollywood. I will just share some of them with you. One of them is Voice. We all know about Voice. Shark Tank. She has been the hairstylist for the whole series of Shark Tank. So she is amazing. So I want to share the slides about this book, and let's go from that. Okay, right. All right, ready? Let's go.
Ready.
Perfect. As I said, Jerilynn Stephens is Guild Award winning and 7 times Emmy nominated hairstylist. And she is one of the most successful hairstylists in the US. And as I said, she has been hairstylist on The Voice, Shark Tank, Songland, and Disney Fam Jam, which are all very top sellers shows on the TVs. So the 5 F words that she is sharing with us are all good F words, not any bad F words in that. So the choosing the name of the book is very smart, and I'm sure that she had good consultants for choosing the catchy name for the book. But what are these 5 F words? As you can see, these are figure it out, focus, fearless action, feel it, and faith. These are the 5 F words to manifesting your life. Okay, let's go to the first one. Figure it out. It is very important when we have a wish, when we have a dream, we understand and we know what we want from the life. Okay, just give me a second if I can do small things in here. Oh, sorry. All right, that's great. I'm back. So, if you don't know where you want to go, how would you get there? That's very important. When we have a wish, when we have a dream, but we don't know what quality does it have, what is the details of what we are going to go, where we are going to go, and what we are having in mind, we definitely can make it happen. And one of the first things to manifest in life is to know where we want to go, what is the destination, because the destination is giving us a point that we are going towards us, no matter what is happening to us in the path to go um, towards the destination. So we need to be as specific as we can for what we are looking for in the life. And we have talked about this in many live sessions that I had with Alireza in the past, when we were talking about the goal settings, when we were talking about the visualizing about the future. So it is very important to have a real and visualized destination. What kind of the lifestyle do we want? Do we want to live in an apartment? Do we want to live in a house? Do we want to have a Ferrari or just riding a Toyota? Whatever we want in life, we have to understand and we have to be clear about what we want and what lifestyle we are looking for. The other thing is that many of us have big dreams, but we do apologizing the other people for what we are wanting. This is very important. We have to be clear with ourselves that this is our dreams, we want it, and the other people should understand, as far as we respect them during the path that we are going and we are passing, we just want to go and catch it, and we achieve that no matter what. And we don't need to apologize for what we are wanting in the life. The, the next point is the affirmations. We all know about the importance of the affirmations. And the sentences that we tell during the day, either in the morning or in the middle of the day or at night before we go to bed, these are all about who I am. And doesn't matter that you are in that position right now or not, you just give it, you declare it, and you try to make it happen. So it is very important that we have to figure it out who we are. One of the things is what we want to be, and just make it as an affirmation and tell that and repeat that as I am powerful, I am successful, I'm a good hairstylist, I'm a good coach, I am a good mentor, I am a powerful person, these kind of things. And it is very important, because when you repeat that over and over again, you can feel it, and then you can accept it, and you can live it the way that you affirmed. So this is number one. The number two F word is the focus. In the life, focus is very important. Where the focus goes, all the energy flows. I know that many of you will accept with that. Maybe some of you are not agreeing with that, but this is the reality. Focus on what you want to go, not where you don't want to go. We discussed in the NLP classes, we discussed in so many other mindset classes and courses, and we discussed that with coaches and mentors and trainers, that we have to have the towards goals in our life and just put our focus on what we want, because most of us, we know that unconscious mind will go towards what we are telling, no matter is it negative or positive. If we say we want it, if we say we don't want it, it goes based on our focus. So the whole point is that if we want something in the life, we just turn our head towards what we want. And many of the mentors and coaches are trying to turn our head in a direction towards what we are looking for. And it is very important. If you just repeat and repeat whatever you don't want in your life, you make it powerful and you make it yourself tiny, and just you cannot solve the problems if there are problems that you don't want to have in your life. Next, on the focus, just focus on the things that motivate you. If something is not motivating you, it's not any point to focus on that. So it is very important that we focus on we have the motivation about. That's why if many of my clients are asking me, what do you think if I go to this job? What do you think if I start this business? What do you think if I go and just study this, subject? And I always tell them there is three things that you have to keep that in mind. Number one is the passion. The passion brings you the motivation. If you have a passion, a serious passion about something, you will find the motivation to go towards that. So it is very important to focus on what is motivating you. The second one is the skills. If you have something that you have the skills, you have the power of doing that. And the third one is if there is a market for that. So if you are looking for something motivating you, also keep in mind the passion and motivation. Of course, it is very important. Of course, it's one of the majorities, but be careful about if you have the skills of doing that, or if the market and your audience are looking for what you are doing. Otherwise, keep your passion as a hobby, whatever. If you like to do the painting and just there's no market for the painting, do it for yourself. Do it for just putting on the wall and enjoy that. Next, make sure your focus isn't on superficial achievements rather than on an emotional destination. It is very important. It happened a lot to all of us, losing weight. I say, I want to lose 10 pounds, okay? And you just do everything. You put all the effort, you put all your time for losing that weight. You do workout, you go to the gym, you just take care about your diet, and just you do everything seriously until you lose 10 pounds. And imagine when you achieve your goals and when you lose 10 pounds, the day after you start eating pizza. You're eating pizza, you're eating junk food, you don't go to the gym anymore, and yeah, you lose your passion, you lose your motivation because your focus is on your superficial achievement. And when you achieve it, it's like the thermostat that we talked about in the past. When you achieve the temperature, the thermostat goes off. And that's it, it's finished. You are not going to lose weight anymore. So this, just to transform to emotional destination, it's better that you focus to be always healthy, to be always fit and have a good shape. That's the better focus if you do on any target or any goals. Focus on destination. That's something else. The destination will give us where we want to go. Doesn't matter what happens. There are side tracks, there are detours, but at the end of the day, we are going to the destination. We have to be focused on the destination. If we want to have a business, if we want to start a job, a kind of online business, for example, just think about the destination, the number of the products that you want to have on your website, the number of the sales that you are going to make at the end of the day. And it doesn't matter how you want to go there. There are tons of tools and ways to reach that goals at the end of the day. But it is important to always keep the destination in the eyes and just focus on that. It just helps you if something happens, if something disturbs you during your path, you know that you have to solve it and go back to the track again. Right. That's another point. We have goals, and we have to focus on the goals on a daily basis. Many of us just setting some goals in their life, and we put it somewhere on the wall or on the desk, and we leave it. And we are not going back to that on a daily basis. We are not going to that and check that on a daily basis. You have to be obsessed over your goals like it is all that matters, because it really matters. The goals are the most important things in the life. If we don't have any goal, we cannot go anywhere. You know, we cannot just make any achievement. All right. Alireza John, do you have any questions so far?
No specific question so far.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. The other thing, according to the scientists, 80% of our thoughts are negative. You must actively transition into positive. This has been studied by universities and different organizations, and it is true. Most of us are focusing on the negative things during the day. What will happen? What will happen? So we are getting anxious, we get stressed, and we are focusing on how we are small against these problems, and so on and so forth. But one of the most important things is to transform our focus towards the positive things in the life. We should change to practice the way to see full half of the glass. Okay, it's super cliche, but it is true. It is true. Most of us are looking in the half empty of the glass most of the time. If something happens, imagine what is happening during coronavirus. We all just are concerned what is going on in the next 7-8 months, 1 year after this. What will happen to our businesses? Well, okay, some of them are good, just to be cautious. What is going on around us, but most of us are just considering the negative side of what is happening against us, and we have to just change the focus again to the positive way. Find a power partner to help you change your negative thoughts. It's very, very, very important. The people you have around you are very important. Find the people that help you, that encourage you to achieve more, to get more, to go forward. You know, that's very important. And understand that the setback may happen. Again, it is very important that when we focus on a goal, we also have to consider that there are some setbacks down the line. There are some failures. Failure is a part of achievements. And if we become aware of that, if we become positive about that, we definitely will have a better results. The F number 3 is the fearless action. The fear, okay, what is the fear? Fear is the false evidence appearing real most of the time, most of the time. And as you can see, this guy over there, the fear guy, fear makes us tiny in just in front of the problems. And we, over time, more fear, we become shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then we become victim and victim and victim and victim. So fear stops you in your tracks. The most important and the biggest barrier in our life is fear to achieve our goals, to achieve our success. The reason is that we don't do anything, we don't act, because we always have the fear of the failure. And then we say, why should I go? If I just do fail, then I will have a bad feeling, and then I have a bad mood, and then I don't have the positive energy to go forward to do another thing. So better not to do anything at this stage. So fear tells you that you are not good enough most of the time. You know that you want to achieve a goal. You know you want to reach a good success in your life, but fear again makes you shorter, and it says that you are not good enough to do that. You are not good enough to face that. You're not good enough to challenge that. Okay? So also in many circumstances, it makes us excuses. It happens to all of us. I'm so busy, I cannot do that. I cannot make this video. You know, I cannot just build up or produce my online courses, because you have the fear. And sometimes you say, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need to go and focus on something else, and I need to study a little bit more. I need to go and talk to somebody else, get more helps, and so on and so forth. You don't do any action, and you make excuses because you have fear. Fear stops you from taking actions. All right? All right. Fearless action tells the universe yeah, sorry.
You're serious about.
You are serious about your big dreams. Sorry, I didn't have time to just go and edit all the slides, because I make it very fast during the week. So fearless action tells the universe you are serious about your big dreams. When you do something, when you face your fears, you say that I'm very important guy, and I'm very serious about my results. Jerilynn Stephens was a hairstylist in Los Angeles, and she could be the hairstylist like hundreds of thousands of other hairstylists in the world. But one of the things is that she just went to many of the offices for the shows and the TV programs to give the portfolio, present the portfolio, tells them how I can help. But it is very funny. It is very funny because she never got any job in the studios. She found the first job in The Voice in a spa. because the producer was in the spa with her and they talked about their jobs, and she said, I'm a hairstylist, and the lady over there said that I'm just hiring the hairstylist for one of the biggest shows ever in the Hollywood. But she were just thinking about that. She were focusing to achieve this goal, but out of nowhere, the opportunity came to her. So the fearless action. She could talk about so many other subjects when she were talking to the lady in the spa, but she talked about the business and the passion, and she is looking for this job, and she has presented the portfolio to many other studios, and so on and so forth. So the other thing is action puts you in motion. Action just make your life dynamic. When you don't have any action, you are sitting and you are not doing, nothing will happen. So when you do action, the motion is coming to your life. Either you fail or you achieve, doesn't matter. At least there is a motion there. And it is very important. Write down what you need to do for your big dreams to happen. It is very important when we start a fearless action, we write down what we want, and from the day after, just get this, whatever you've written, and just go for it. Do actions. If you need to talk to somebody about your idea, talk to them. Just grab the phone, call somebody that you think that they can help. Just share your idea, validate your idea, and get the result with them. Having a deadline is the most important thing. We do procrastinate every single day because we don't have any deadline for our goals. So it is very important when we were talking about the goals to be timely manner, with a timely manner. It is very important because we need to have a deadline to achieve a goal. Otherwise, we procrastinate that. And still, if we have a deadline, we do procrastinate that, but the chance of doing that is much higher when we don't have any deadline, when we don't have any time schedule. Don't let other people's fear stop you reaching your goals. We talked about that many times in the other books also. We talked about that. There are negative peoples around us. Either they are really protective for us, they are taking care of us in a way that they are obsessed that we don't go and just fail, like our family, our mom or dad, or siblings, and so on and so forth. Or there are really poison people. They are negative, and they don't want us to achieve anything, So other people will try to impose their own fears upon you as well. Doesn't matter the other people's fear, because their fear is their fear, not ours fear. So if they have a fear, if they're afraid of something, that's their problem, and we shouldn't just let them impose their fears into our life. Fearless action does not mean you are not afraid. It means you move into fear. It is very, very, very important. All of us. If you do agree with me, please just write yes. If you're not agreeing with me, just say no. But all of us have fears in life, in any subject. There are one subject, at least in our life, that we have a fear about. I don't think that any of us, if we go to a room with a big lion, we don't have a fear. At least 99.9% of us in this chat, in this life, We have the fear of being with a lion in a room. Sorry. So the fearless action doesn't mean that we don't have fear. We are not afraid of anything, but we have to face it. Jerilynn is sharing her experiences about surfing in the ocean, and she couldn't even swim, and she had a big fear of the sharks. And the first time she was standing on the paddleboard on the ocean, any shadow, she were just looking on the water, she were thinking that this is a shark, this is a shark. And but she faced it, and she just bring it as an example that after a year she could surf on the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, on her own, and she was enjoying that. I'm not sure if you have seen the interview that Will Smith had about the skydiving. He went to Dubai to do the skydiving, and he is just explaining that in a very funny way. Just go and Google and just search it on YouTube. He is so funny about that. He has been to Dubai, just going to skydiving, and talked to some people and just encouraged him to go for skydiving. And he's saying that the whole night before I couldn't sleep, and I was imagining that I'm on the plane. Either the plane will crash, or I'm just going to the sky, and it doesn't work. The equipment doesn't work. The person that is supporting me cannot just help me, and so on and so forth. And he is sharing that when he goes there, all the steps, all the fears, all the things that he just carried with himself during that 24 hours, and the huge joy that he just experienced after 4 or 5 seconds that he jumped off the plane. It's amazing. I want to share my own, okay? Some of them are for the first time. I never shared with anybody else, unless my close family knows about that. But let me share you the first one. The first one is not really secret, but this is the fearless action I did from 2-3 years ago. In the childhood, I was going to many of these amusement parks, and I did so many, adventures and so on and so forth. But in the past 2-3 years, I had a big fear of going to Wonderland, and especially to big roller coasters in Canada. And I was going with my friends. I was going to very, normal machines and rides. And then I was looking at the people are going to the big coasters like Leviathan and Behemoth or this Yukon. And I said, oh my God, how they can do that. And I just feel, as I said, you feel shorter and shorter and shorter. You feel tiny and tiny and tiny because you see the kids at the age of, 6, 7, 8, they are going to that and just screaming and enjoying and having fun. And you cannot do it. At the age of 40, you cannot do it. You cannot really face it. I decided to face it one summer. I just went with my wife, and we started with the small things, and they said, okay, maybe next week we come, because we had the seasonal pass. Next week again, small things. Next week again, the small things. Half season passed, And we just repeated and repeated and repeated the same things. And we never touched and faced the other big things that I always had the fear of. One day we were there and I just asked my wife, let's go and start with one of them, at least the one that they say it is not that really serious. And we went to the behemoth. It was a very, very long queue, and we waited for around 1 hour. And every second on that 1 hour was so seriously freaky for me. I was scared. I was like, oh my God, why I did that? Why I should do that this time? Maybe we can go and do it again next week. We did it. And as you can see in one of the pictures, I was like, I cannot do that. I cannot do that when I was coming down. And you don't believe that. Then I was seeing the people are just taking their hands off, just putting their hands off. And I said, it is a very good feeling when you are coming down from the ride, just coming down on the coasters. And then you will have the optimum joy out of the ride. And I said, okay, then we go back. We went back on the second ride. Again, I was like that, oh yeah, okay. Oh, and then I was feeling that all my body is just have a really uncomfortable feeling. And then the moment I said, just please raise your hand once for only a few seconds. I did like that, like this. I said, oh my God, that's funny. It's lovely. And then I experienced the feeling of flying and joy. And you can see on the picture down the page, and you can see my hands like that, and the optimum joy that I was experiencing. So behind any fear, the whole story I told is that behind fear is the joy sometimes, because you will find that the whole things that you made for yourself was not real. And then you can enjoy that. Now I want, if you're okay, I share the second one and the secret one with you. Okay? That's the second one, then the secret one. From the age of 7, 8, as far as I remember, I had a serious fear from any animal, you name it. Any animal in the world, you name it. No, except cockroach, I will tell you. The cockroach that everybody is just having the fear from, I was okay, the big cockroaches. And I was playing with them. But any others. And I had the problem. I had the fear, I had a bad feeling when I was with the people, and there was an animal, doesn't matter if it was a big dog or anything else, or a small cat or anything, whatever. And one day I said that I need to face it no matter what, because I don't feel good. I'm facing so many concerns and anxiety, facing that, being with the people in such areas. And I just started making connections with the animals, okay? I try to go to the situations and put myself in the situations that there are animals, and I need to touch them, I need to have time with them, and just go and go further and further. So as you can see on the pictures that I'm with the snake, look at my eyes. That's the optimum, the ultimate fear in my eyes. And I was just shaking from inside when I had the snakes on my neck. But after a while, I said, oh my God, look at the skin. first of all, I have to admit, I don't do that again now, at least that snake. Why? Because I understood that there is the animal abuse behind that, and the reason I'm not doing that is the animal abuse behind that. But if it happens and there is no any abuse, I will be there. So then I just touch the elephants, and then I just have all my friends with the dogs, try to just have a good feeling with them and just make a connection, make a relationship with them. And then, as you can see, when you pass the fear, you become taller and taller and taller, more confidence. You enjoy being with the people in that crowd, and you don't have any worry, and you don't have any concern, you don't have any anxiety, no any stress, and so on and so forth. Again, today, if I go with that lion in a room, I definitely gonna have a big fear, but I'm just living with the normal animals around me, and I love them, and I just make a good connection. As you can see on the right, this is my own puppy. After many years, I was defending and just avoiding just facing that. I did that about a month ago. All right. The fearless action. Do at least one thing that scares you most in a year or 6 months. This is I did. As you can see, producing videos, that was a big fear for me. I did that. Online courses, I was saying, oh my God, I know I'm not sure. I'm doing that right now. The public speaking, I did it. I already did it in front of 200 people, and I was 100% okay with that. For many, many years, I was afraid of that. I was afraid of facing that, but I did it, and it happened. Of course, I had the stress, but I made a good connection with the stress. As I said last week, I just transformed that stress into excitement, and just with an open chest, open arms, I went to the crowd, I talked, and it was very successful. And writing the book, for many years, I said, oh my God, I'd like to do something, but maybe nobody is interested in what I'm talking. What is happening if I say something and the other people don't buy it? That's the biggest fear that most of us have in life. We don't do anything because we have the fear nobody buys that. All right, we have very short time, yeah? So the fearless action, in fearless action, you have to educate yourself, gather information, use classes, podcasts, mastermind classes, and so on and so forth. Before doing any fearless action, have the optimum knowledge, because the knowledge will give you confidence, and this confidence will help you to do a fearless action, okay? Not necessarily a formal education. So many of people, I say, oh my God, I'm old to go and just grab a piece of education, a formal education to the college or to the university. No need to do that. And just go for the knowledge that it gives you the opportunity having a productive action. Okay, I passed this one. Let's go to the second point here. It is not a coincidence. It is very important. When you have something in your mind and it happens, it's not a coincidence. Because you made it here, you just prepared yourself for being in that situation, so it's not an accident. It's been prepared by yourself in the past. So whatever we say as preparation will help you to reach the result, okay? When you have a big dream, be careful who you are sharing that. Again, I'm just talking about the negative people. It is very important. Most of the people in the world are just looking for their own achievements. Either your achievement is not important for them, or some of them, they really don't like you to achieve something. Okay, so talk to the friends that really support your dreams. Number 4 is feeling it. Oh, how much we are short in time, yeah?
We have 9 minutes.
Oh my God. Feel it. Whatever you want, whatever you focus, whatever you already just made an action, feel it. Feel your desires as they have happened already to you. We talked about that in the visualization. We have talked about that in the goal setting. See them as it's already happened. It gives you the power. When you feel that you're standing in front of 400 people and you're successful and you're powerful and you're talking with the power, it happens. It happens because you have the feeling inside. You have the confidence. You see it already. Okay, do it all the time, every day, and make it more clear each time. Visualization. Make it clear day after day. Feeling it before it happens can be as simple as embracing the excitement you know your desires will bring. Okay, let's go to next. Feel it the way you feel in love in the beginning. Most of us, when we just feel in love in the first time, we think everything, even our physiology is changing. Our heart pace is faster. So feel everything in your life that you want to achieve the way that you first time felt in love. That way. Use affirmations. Again, it is very important, but affirmation not only remind yourself for your dreams, but also boost your confidence. And then you're gonna have a better feeling. Visualize how you see your life, yourself, your future, your outcomes, any situation that you want to be, and results of your success. Visualize them. And the 5th one and the last one is the faith. You should have the faith to reach something. All other 4 F words are fulfilled by the faith. When you do a fearless action, if you don't have the faith, you don't get the result. If you don't have the faith, if you focus on something, because you don't have the faith, you never get the achievement. You never get the outcome. Okay? It is very important. Faith is letting go the outcome. Doesn't matter what will happen, you have the faith to the outcome. To the work and to the effort that you want to do. But the outcome, whatever the outcome is, even if it's the failure, you had the faith, then you have the faith in yourself, again, going and just resolve the problem and do it again. Have another action. Faith is believing in self, a power greater than yourself, or energy, or whatever. Some of us have the belief in God, or spirituality, or some of us are just believing in ourselves and in our power. Some of us are just believing in a bigger energy than us, like the crowd, the people, the universe, whatever. Have a faith in any of them, but have a faith to do something. I don't know if I have time. Yeah, I have 2 minutes. If you give me 2 minutes, I'll share another story of my own faith. I just, I wrote it down in the new book, but I will reveal it for you. It is very important because this is the biggest financial failure for myself that became the biggest business achievement in my life. During 2010, 2011, that I was completely just coming to Canada. I came to Canada in 2009, but in 2010, 2011, I was wrapping up my company that was in the oil and gas industry. I was just moving to Canada completely, and I was closing down my company at home. And I was looking for the jobs in Calgary, in Edmonton, about the oil and gas business. But I visited there, and I had very good job offers, about 120K a year in Kinder Morgan and Husky. I had very good job offers by that time. And but I was thinking that I had my own business. After 13 years, I was working for another company. I was deciding to have my own company. And then I said, okay, I can have 120K per year in the beginning in Canada, and it would be wonderful, wonderful. I can have the best life. But it takes another 20, 12, 14, 15 years for me to go back to my dreams, to having my own businesses. And it's better to go and have my own business. During all my international trips, and in one of the meetings that we had a problem with a Turkish company supplying us the oil and gas equipment, and we were just complaining about we already paid them for manufacturing a product, and they didn't do that. And it made us $150,000 of loss back in 2010. And I was going back and forth to Istanbul to talking to these people and just convince them to finish the production, but they didn't do that. In one of the meetings that we had, very tough conversation, I found this small piece of panel on the table, on the conference table over there. And I was asking the guy, the company's owner, just wait a moment. During our conversation, I said, stop here. Can I ask, what is that panel over there? And he was saying, this is honeycomb panel. This is the panel is used in our, storage tanks for the tank farms. And I said, oh, can I know what is it for? Why you just use that? And he said that it is very light, and it is very strong, and it is good for this kind of a project. I said, can I have that piece of panel? And he said, yeah, you can take it. I took it, and I just bring it to Canada. And I was just started the studying about that panel. And this panel right now is the number one source of my income in my life in the past 8 years. And it just helped me to make this Samia Canada number one honeycomb panel supplier in the whole Canada. And the first number one Canadian company that is working in the North America. So if you have a faith in something and you go for that, no matter what, all the things will happen to give you the opportunity to succeed. All right, I think we don't have time. All right, you can go and have this book yourself. It is, as I said, it is not a thick book. You can have it in one day. Find a setting that allows you to clear your head and feel completely relaxed. Do meditation, do relaxation, anything that will gives you a peace of mind. I think we don't have time to go through the others. Yeah, sorry for that.
Perfect.
I wanted to just, cover as far as I can.
It was very, very insightful, very useful, amazing nuggets of the book. And thank you again, Sina, for all the effort, all the graphics. I know how much time you spent to prepare everything, the slides and everything. So we are at the end of our final session, so the 20th session. I'm very happy that we did it, because it was my intention to share lots of good and useful information with everybody, and I'm sure people also have enjoyed it. Majority of people who are on this call have been with us throughout the journeys. For some people, all 20 days, for some others, a bit fewer than that. But definitely there were lots of things that we learned. The good thing is all videos are available and will be available on YouTube. So if you just type Book Nugget Summit, you will find almost all of them. Two pieces are still missing, and there are some technical difficulties that we will rectify, and we will upload them. So you will have access to all 20 one-hour sessions from the beginning to what we had today. And thank you, Sina. Do you have anything to share with us as
Thank you
final
so much.
message?
Thank everybody for having me and just listening. And I hope that it was good information. I hope
Definitely,
that
it was.
for life.
Thank you. It was for sure. And here's my Instagram, Alireza DBA, if you want to follow and be updated. We will come back with some new initiatives. And Sina, if you want to, you can just share your Instagram ID here if people want to find you and follow you as well.
Yeah, it's Sina Dejnabadi
Official.
Official, yes.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm going to miss every one of you. It was a beautiful, amazing journey, but we will definitely keep in touch, and we will come back with more and more and more amazing pieces and nuggets and information for you. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
I need to really appreciate you, Alireza, for your time, because you have been in all 20 days. Some of us were busy on the other things, some of the sessions, but you were all these 20 days, and this is really great job. And
thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll stay in touch. Take care and goodbye.
Thank you, Alireza. Thank you, Sina.
Thank you. Thank you.